Alright, so welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Check this out. Jamaicans, let's have a serious talk for a second, right? Well, I know what I do already upon SouFLoTV. We come here to reason intelligently, intellectually, make sense of the madness that is going on around us, right? I'm going to tell you where this is coming from, and then I'm going to tell you what the topic is today. The topic today is are Jamaicans more violent than others? Are we more violent or more prone to violence than others? I'm going to tell you where that stems from. Somebody said, a subscriber to SouFLoTV, to the channel, who is not Jamaican and is not from any other Caribbean island, matter of fact, asked me offline, SouFlo, are Jamaicans more prone to violence and a more violent set of people than anybody else, right? And I said, why would you say that? Because given all the wickedness that Europeans have done, how could you say that Jamaicans are more violent than anybody else? And this person went to give me a little bit of history, like, remember the fact that majority of the slaves that ended up in Jamaica. First of all, majority of Jamaicans have some kind of African descent in them, right? Whether they want to admit it or not. And believe me, there are those that don't want to admit it, but they all do. Now, remember when the slaves were being sent into Jamaica, they were being sent there for punishment. The most rebellious slaves that came into the Western world were sent to Jamaica for punishment. Jamaica was like a last stop. Jamaica was the place that had the buck-breaking farms where the black men were anally raped by their slave masters in front of their women just to degrade them. And then they would use the females for breeding. Like, they would grab a female and they would lock her in a barn with what they call big, strong bucks. Right? So we weren't seen as humans. We were seen as bucks and breeders, wenches. So they would lock her in a barn and they would force these men to have sex with her until she became pregnant. And she herself did not know which one of the men were her child's father. I'm giving you a backstory to give you the psychological effects that have been handed down that might be somewhat explaining our violent tendencies. As a Jamaican, I know for a fact that when you talk shit about Jamaica, and pardon me saying shit, but we're grown people here, when you speak ill of Jamaicans in my presence, it angers me. I am not blinded. I know for a fact that many Jamaicans are extremely ignorant, but I just hate to hear it from outsiders. You know what I'm saying? So the question was put to me, are we a more violent people? The reason why that question was put to me was we were discussing a video that we just saw where, and I know you guys have seen it, and if you haven't seen it yet, keep paying attention to the channel because I'm sure one of my subscribers in the comment section will give you a link or tell you where you can go and see it. It was a guy that was at work at a grocery store in Jamaica, and a girl walked in, pointed him out to another person, and that other guy just walked over to him, and like we say in Jamaica, bust out him face, done him. Like, he pulled out a gun, shot him, first shot in the hip. The guy fell back, fell to the floor, and he walked up on him and kept shooting, shot him in the face, and made sure before he left that grocery store, he went close up to his face and shot him in his face, point blank. Bow! I'm sure there must have been powder burn on his face, like he shot him right in his eye or something. Now, this level of violence, this isn't the first one I've seen out of Jamaica. I've seen a couple of violent murders on video coming out of Jamaica. But the thing about it is this. Yes, we see them all over the world elsewhere, and that might be some help to the argument that Jamaicans are the most violent. The thing about it is this for me. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. And me and Brains and the Beat were having the discussion yesterday after we watched, because when I first saw the video, I told her, I said, yo, babe, come look here, watch this video. And she first she was like, oh God, I don't want to see it. But then she was like, okay, let me watch it. For the sake of that, she does videos as well, and this might be something that she needs to address, right? So she was skirmishing watching it. Now, mind you, people, after doing 10 years in the U.S. Army Infantry, I'm a combat veteran, meaning as a 11 Bravo infantry veteran, meaning light infantry, boots on the ground. So I roll up in the back of a tank, I fast rope into combat, I am there on the front lines. When you talk about kicking the doors in, taking people out their houses, when you talk about getting fired upon and closing with and destroying the enemy, I've done that. I did a decade of that. So I'm not squirmish when blood is spilt. I'm not squirmish when gunshots hit flesh. I'm not squirmish when bombs go off and human body parts are being ripped apart. I've seen it, and I've seen it repeatedly, up close, right? And I won't even go into the details of combat. But I'm telling you that to see what is happening in Jamaica, it's very disheartening, but it's frightening more than anything else for me. So to answer these people's question, are we more violent than anybody else? I don't think we're more violent than anyone else. I think we're being misled. I think we're being misled at quite a young age. I think there are outside factors there are outside powers at work inside of Jamaica to destabilize Jamaica violently for eventually a foreign takeover. Did you catch that? All right, check it out. This kind of murder, right, where the guy ran up to the man and did this. I've always said that there are countries out there that have way less resources than Jamaica. In other words, they have more poverty than Jamaica does, and they have more guns than Jamaica do. Bigger guns in abundance than Jamaica. Yet they don't kill each other at the rate that Jamaican blacks are killing each other. Yes, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Black people are in trouble all over the world, globally, not just in Jamaica. Someone said, oh, I can't wait to rule over these white devils again. And then another comment after that, which I agreed with, was, you're not going to rule over them anytime soon, because we can't even stop killing each other long enough to actually sit down and figure out what the hell is going on with us so we can clean our house. So how are we going to rule over a powerful people? And make no mistake about it, the white race is powerful. And they're powerful because their ancestors spilt blood to put them in a position that they are in today. No one is willing to spill blood to put us in that position tomorrow. So how will we ever be powerful? We seem to think that love is going to conquer our enemies, our violent enemies. We keep on spreading this love your enemy, turn the other cheek bullshit, when the only persons we are unwilling to forgive and unwilling to turn the other cheek to is our own people. Our own brothers and sisters. You see it on social media all the time. Black people are so quick and ready to drag each other, physically drag each other down the street, break your brother's neck, empty a whole magazine of rounds into your brother's body, end his life instantly. Whoop your sister's ass. I see black females drag all her weave out, strip her clothes down, leave her body nakedly exposed. Another female, another black woman in public, in a restaurant, anywhere. How we love and treat each other. And then we think we're going to be able to friggin' rule and conquer anybody else, or even stand equally with anybody else. They will always abuse us because we can't even love each other, and they see it and they know it. Now, about us being more violent, nah, there's something going on in Jamaica that needs explaining. It's deeper than the eyes can see, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. We are in deep trouble. We are in deep caca, doo-doo, shit, okay? Personally, I think that we are following too much vanity. We are worshiping material things. You know, we used to like clothes and we used to like nice cars, nice clothes, and these things. And then we used to love humans. Those days are gone. Majority of us in Jamaica now, we love nice things. We like humans. And that all depends on if they have something to give us. If they don't, then we don't like them at all. And our love is reserved for material things only. A lot of these people that are killing in Jamaica, someone said, yes, them are killed because of poverty. No, they're not killing because of no goddamn poverty. If you're hungry, go down a country. Because Chronics and Protege said it in a song. Then you say poverty not real then. It's what the something is revealing. I don't remember the song exactly, but he was speaking about how food had drop off a tree down a country. And when I went to Jamaica last time, which is at the 2-year mark now, pushing up on 2 years now, I saw food everywhere in Jamaica, especially down a country there. No food grow wild. Breadfruit pan tree, ackee pan tree. Yo, if you can't eat some ackee and breadfruit alone, your belly full. Go catch fish. Run a boat to the brethren them. You don't have to kill people. Most Jamaicans that are killing, they're not killing for their daily meal. So I don't want to hear shit about poverty is the case, why you're killing like that. And most of them have somewhere decent to live, with a community around them that would care about them if they invested in the community and cared for its upliftment. But poverty, them are run down. We have never had a generation of Jamaicans that fly out on a regular basis and fly back in than we do now. So you see, when the youth next door fly out and get a chance to fly out and come back in and flossing all his vanity, new clothes, new shoes, new this, new that, and him fly out on a regular basis, and all the little hungry girl them in the neighborhood fling out them crutches game, all the other guys in the neighborhood get jealous too, and him come back and him buy a bike, and then him buy a little car, and you still a walk foot. That's why, and they want that, and they're like, fuck no, him a fuck off all that girl, then me want to do that too. Me want a nice car and bike too. See, it's all vanity. Vanity is the main reason why we're killing each other like that. I'm not going to let this video go any longer. But this is something that we definitely needed to talk about. And I want you to leave your comment in the comment section below and let me know. Answer to this question: are we Jamaicans more violent than other people are? Leave your comment in the comment section below. It's SouFLoTV, man. I'm up out of here. Peace.